Hi lovelies, join my son and I on our journey from Entebbe to Dubai using Kenya Airways. I always prefer to park at the Entebbe long-term parking because I find it very convenient. I do not have to bother friends or family to drop me at the airport, and it's always safe. My car is always safe. I do that all the time. Be sure to be there at least 3 hours to your flight if it's an international flight because, hey, the scrutiny that they do on your visas, my God, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. We were at the airport at 6:55 because our flight was at 9:55, and then we were going to go to Nairobi first and then have a layover of 6 hours in Nairobi and then take a flight to Dubai from Nairobi. I do not know what I was thinking. I do not know what my agent was thinking, but my God, that was a terrible idea and I'll never do it again. Anyway, we were finally on our flight, and typical of Kenya Airways, we were served with a cold sandwich as soon as we sat down. And this is a chicken sandwich that tasted better than it looked. I had mine with orange juice, which was bitter. I don't know why I always ask for it. I didn't drink it. And my son had his with a Coke. Soon we touched down. We touched base with Nairobi, and we were in there duty free and ready for 6 hours. Actually, more than 6 hours, if I remember very well, of layover. It was terrible. The airport is not very friendly. The seats were very uncomfortable. So we found a restaurant and we spent quite a lot of money. And then we were allowed to stay there for the rest of our layover. I put my head down because I had a headache and waited for our next flight. And here we are on the next flight to Dubai. My son's ears were hurting. They say that it's a good idea if you can chew some gum and do all sorts of things, but nothing really works. So you just have to suck it up and endure the pain. As usual, on their long flights, they serve you with some mixed nuts in the beginning. So we had those and some sodas and water. And then it was time for dinner. They served us with beef, and that was mashed sweet potatoes, I think. I didn't like it. Then some cake, which was really nice. Then bread and greens, and it came with tea. The tea was very, very, very strong. We did not take it. I don't know why they serve it like that, but they always serve it very strong. Then it was night and lights off. Usually when it's lights off, the captain alerts you and lets you know that you're not supposed to use the overhead cabins because people steal people's luggage. It was unbelievable to hear. Anyway, we landed in Dubai. People always stand up like that for 20 minutes. Why not just sit down? So we arrived in Dubai. Dubai is a much more organized airport with clear signages of where you're supposed to go. And if you're in doubt, just follow the crowd. So we followed the crowds until the train that was going to take us to where our baggage was. Yeah. This is us walking towards the train area where the train was going to take us to where our baggage is. I always make sure that I am front on the line. Ask me why. So I do not like to stand when something is moving. I do not like to stand in trains because I hate, that movement makes me dizzy. So I always make sure that I go in quickly and grab a seat. So I told Ty, hey, make sure we get in quick and we grab a seat. And that's exactly what we did. Soon we were where our baggage was, very clear signage of where the conveyor belt that had our baggage was. And we picked our luggage and we were ready to be picked by our driver. So we looked around for our driver who had a placard of our names, and yeah, it was very nice. And next thing, we're outside in hot Dubai and ready for our trip. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Daisy the Hustler for more travel tips and adventures.